you think SOG was compromised at different levels in Saigon through the South Vietnamese?
Absolutely. Which we just had too many coincidences where a team would be going in and the bad guys would be there waiting for them at their insert LZ. One of our Halo teams was either the first or second Halo team. We had 5 Halo jumps, SOG, for infiltration. These are the first combat Halo jumps in the world. And it must have been the first one, because for the first one, the NSA itself was tasked to purposely listen for anything compromising about this jump. And they canceled it at the last minute because the North Vietnamese are, and I know this is absolutely true. You hear some of these bullshit stories third hand. No, this one is absolutely true. NSA intercepted communication to that area of Laos, telling them to beware Americans were jumping in. And that is their likely location for landing the drop zone.
Jeez.
Well, then they rescheduled it, and it was Americans only. They really reduced distribution. Problem was that SOG, like some higher commands in Vietnam, had a relationship with their Vietnamese called counterparts, which was a myth because sometimes the counterparts weren't counterparts at all. They were careerists putting money on the side. They were corrupt. They were themselves enemy agents. And I know that there was a serious attempt to track down at Saigon who it was. I talked to Chief SOG Sadler about this, that he first had all the Americans go on a box, it'd be polygraphed. And he could then go to his Vietnamese counterpart and say, your turn. But the answer from the Vietnamese was, we'll take care of that ourselves.
Of course.
I don't know if they had any polygraph capability. Yeah. After the war, it turned out that there was at least one of them in SOG headquarters. Mm-hmm. But late in the war, I learned that in Saigon, near Tan Son Nhut Air Force Base, was a Vietnamese headquarters called the Liaison Bureau for very high-level coordination. And SOG headquarters, would give those guys info about our teams, where their areas of operations were going to be and so on. And that was not just one or two guys. God knows where it would get out. So from that point, we adopted as individual team leaders, talking to your cubby riders, the SOG guys who flew the Air Force. Listen, whatever grid I give you, I'm going to be 2 clicks north and 1 click east, or something like that. So we had our own little system going. But definitely, absolutely definitely, people were probably killed because of that. But the politics of the war and the politics of getting along with the high-level headquarters of the Vietnamese compromised our people. That's the first time I know of in American history where that kind of information was shared with the same nationality as your enemy.
If you enjoyed that clip, watch the full episode here, or another clip here.